Now, let me show you something awesome about God, you guys. You know how in agriculture, they teach you how to, and they think they're so smart to analyze foods, and they figure out pH, and you adjust pH in the soil depending on what you're growing. All following me?
Yeah.
You know what's so cool about God? Is that He's so magnanimous. He puts the soil at total 7.0 balance, and He grows everything in the same place. Let me show you the water issue. This is huge. Come over here and look at this plant. You see this plant flowering here with the purple flowers? That is sage. And all of you who know anything about sage know that sage grows in deserts. Sage wants absolutely no water. This is a desert plant. You track with me? Right next to it, I'm growing watercress. Watercress wants to grow in standing water. And I have them side by side. This is what I took out last year because it got so big on the plant because I slept the demonstration. But it grows right next to it, side by side. And so this is, my brain's too small to get around this because now I have the extremes of water requirements. A desert plant wants none, and watercress wants to be in standing water and they're thriving in a place I'm not watering. So I have to ask God because my head can't get around this. So I ask, God, talk to me. What's going on here? He says, there's enough airspace in the wood chips for the sage to stand in the open places and avoid the water. But if the watercress wants it, they can go where it is, but they have the option. I started to cry. I broke down. They have the option. God made this so totally perfect and so completely sustainable and covers all the bases no matter what you're growing. Can survive because it covers all the bases. Here, we think we're smart by adjusting pH, making everything like, for this plant, where God just does this magnanimous, awesome covering that satisfies everything. See those blueberries over there? You all know they're acid-loving plants. That requires an acid soil, and wood chips does it. In my garden, I got cucumbers planted over there. They're coming in too thick, so I stick them out here. Cucumbers are an alkaline plant, and I have them growing side by side thriving. Yay, God. Now, you see these plants over here that are in front of my blueberries? This is even more amazing. This is wasabi. Wasabi only grows in standing water in full shade. That's the only place it grows. I have it growing down there under that small cherry tree. You can't see because the grass is so high, but I've had it growing there for 8 years now. And people come to us, I have to point to it. It says, this year God says, take some starts up from that and put it out here so people can see it. So I went and pulled all these plants up here. They were this big. I'll show you an example. You see this little piece right here? Right there? You see how small that is? That's the size I brought these up in January. And they're this size now.
Transplanted in January?
January. Look at the size of this stuff. Well, I'm just telling you, if anybody eat wasabi? Sushi? Come here. This is the most awesome thing for a salad. I want you to have a leaf. Wasabi?
Isn't that a
wasabi?
It's
not the root.
This is not the root, but I want you to taste that and you're going to realize this is wasabi, but it's in a milder form. It's not quite as hot, but it's definitely good.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that good?
Yeah. I didn't know you could.
Anybody else eat wasabi?
I do.
I've never done it.
I've never heard of it.
That's like
Check that out.
a perfect introduction for somebody.
See, in a salad, that really sets your salad off. The spice is like incredible flavor.
Oh, so it's a little mild.
Yeah, it's milder than the root.
From the root, yeah.
But look how that's from. Look at my lamb's quarters. Look at how beautiful they are. This is all wonderful. I want you to focus on my blueberries here. The number of berries that are developing.
How old are these blueberries?
8 years.
Oh, look at those. 8 years. That's really nice.
That was a beautiful looking buckwheat.
You see all this beautiful dill here?
Yes.
This is for dill pickles. You know how this happened? I was growing dill here last year. This all seeded itself.
So this is deal?
Yeah, and it all came by its own by seed planting, by itself. I'm starting to realize that God doesn't collect seed and store them in envelopes and He just drops stuff on the ground. I'm starting to get it. I think He likes to show off. Listen to me. You know how they tell you to collect seed? Collect it in the fall, put it in a warm, dry place, and in spring plant it. You know what God does? He lets it fall on the ground, and then He sends winter with snow, rain, floods, ice, freezing weather on top of those delicate seeds, and in the spring they all come up. I just think He likes showing off. He's just like, I'm not challenged by anything. It'll all come up. I mean, he's amazing.